Today, I want to talk about a subject of worry. See, in the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus tells us in the 6th chapter of Matthew that we shouldn't worry. We shouldn't worry about food, we shouldn't worry about clothing, we shouldn't even worry about our life. And he reminds us that God is the one who provides all of these things. God's faithful to all of creation, the birds of the air and the animals of the ground, and he cares for them. And how much more so will God care for us? He even says, can any of you, by worrying, add one single hour to your lifespan? In Matthew 6:27. He tells us not to worry about what we will drink, what we will wear, because these are the things that the Gentiles, or those outside of the faith, strive after. We are to strive after the kingdom of God, and if we do all of these things, it will be given. There's even an old camp song that we have in our hymnal, Seek Ye First. Many of us have probably sang that or heard it. But this is a difficult time, and it's hard for us not to worry. We're worried about ourselves, we're worried about our health, we're worried about others as well, which we should be, but we also worry about if there's going to be enough. Are we going to have enough food? Are we going to have enough clothing, enough medicine? And strangely enough, are we going to have enough toilet paper? I mean, sheesh. If you found some, that's great. But all of these things are in short supply right now. We also know that there are things we don't have enough of. We know that we do need more testing kits for our healthcare providers. We know that we need more medical supplies if things get bad. Now, hopefully we'll be able to get ahead of the curve on that, but many times when we worry about all of these things, we then try to attempt to control what we cannot control. And so we go on buying sprees, and we store up for ourselves what we think are the things that we need so that we can have some sort of control over the situation. But what this has meant is every week there are those who still don't have enough. We as followers of Jesus have a unique opportunity, I think, to be an example for the world in this time of what it means to be faithful and to help to be the examples of having enough versus being in abundance. The truth of the matter is, there is an abundant supply of the basics of life that we still need, including our toilet paper, including our cleaning supplies. But we're hoarding for ourselves more than that, thinking that if we have an abundance, then we actually will have enough. But in the end, Jesus says in chapter 6, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring trouble of its own. Let today's own trouble be enough for today. We need to make sure that in the midst of our worry, we are focusing on our faithfulness and making sure that there is enough for everybody to go around. Because there is. There's always bound to be trouble. And we do have to be prepared for that. If we are faithful to each other, and we're being faithful to our neighbors, and taking our time together one day at a time, we'll be better off together. And we will actually have the opportunity to see how through the resources that we have, which are enough, how God will use that and will take care of all of us. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Love your neighbors as you do yourself. And let's leave the worrying to God as we make it through another day together. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for our Monday Minute.